Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be Rebound Relationships. Well, I've got a good email here from a viewer. He's been following my work, and he knows quite a bit. But what's great about this email is there's some things he needs to do to fine-tune his game, because especially when you're involved with somebody like he has been with this woman that just got out of a 14-year marriage where her husband cheated on her, left her, and basically is in the process of divorcing her. So these are some advanced skills here in this particular scenario. So this would be a good email for a lot of you. So I got a quote that I wrote on this particular topic, and then we're going to go through his email. And the quote says, "It's always best to date potential long-term relationship prospects who are completely single and have been out of their previous long-term relationships for many months. When you become involved with a new lover who has just recently ended a long-term relationship or marriage, you must understand that their feelings are going to be raw. Their behavior will also often be unpredictable, indecisive, and flaky. Because they have not healed completely from their previous breakup, their attraction for you can be very hot and cold. If you're going to date people who are on the rebound, it's best to have other prospects and make sure they have the freedom to come and go as they please. Otherwise, they can quickly change their mind and bounce you out of their life unexpectedly. The bottom line, proceed with extreme caution when dating people who are on the rebound, or you're going to get burned." Fucking men to that. So let's take a closer look at his email, should we? He says, "Hi Corey, I'm a huge fan of your work. Your book and videos have helped me immensely. I wanted to send you my story in the hopes that you could critique the situation and tell me what, if anything, I did wrong or could have done differently, or else to use this as a cautionary tale about dating women on the rebound." I think I'll do just that. My story: I met a woman on a dating site. She approached me and asked me out. Her profile stated, "Wants to date but nothing serious." In other words, "I'd like to hang out, have fun, and hook up, maybe sow my oats a little, and I might just make you my boyfriend as long as you don't talk me out of it and try to lock me down to a commitment. It's got to be my fucking idea to be exclusive. So chillax, hang out, have fun, hook up, and let me worry about the relationship details." That's basically what she's communicating by that statement. When we met, she explained that she had been separated from her husband of 14 years for 3 months. He had cheated and had asked her for a divorce, and she had been devastated. However, the marriage was 100% over, and she was ready to move on with her life. I'm 61, in great shape, and she's 51 and drop dead gorgeous. Awesome. You always gotta love the younger women. We met, and there was immediate chemistry. She followed up emailing me and asking me out again, and the second date was even more amazing. He puts in big bold letters. We slept together on the third date. Remember, if you follow the things that I teach in my book, most women will sleep with you by the second or third date. And if you're really fucking good and you know what you're doing and you follow what I teach, you probably hook up with them the first time, the first date. And things just progress from there. Each date better than the last, and fantastic sex. Isn't that nice? This went on for a couple of months, and despite her declarations of strong feelings for me, she said she didn't want to be exclusive. She said this was the first time since the age of 19 that she hadn't been in a relationship with either a boyfriend or a husband, and she wanted to enjoy the freedom of dating and exploring her options. You must love in such a way that the person you love feels free. I say it all the time. She's telling them this because she likes him and she's trying to help him. He says, "I was disappointed. I was focused on a relationship and a commitment, Corey, and locking her down. And this was not what was in my plans, and I'm not happy about it. I'm a butthurt about it." This tells me he's not focused on hanging out, having fun, and hooking up. He's focused on hanging out, having fun, hooking up, and locking her down to a commitment. But I didn't say anything, and I didn't want to come off as needy, jealous, or possessive. The bottom line is you gave off the vibe, but whether you realized it or not, that you wanted to lock her down. By then, I was exclusive. It had nothing to do with her. It's just the way I am. I don't multi-date. So in your mind, you're in a relationship and you're acting that way. You're acting like she's your girlfriend and treating her that way. And the whole time she's being honest. Hey, I just want to see what I can see. I want to hang out, have fun, and hook up with whoever I can. And I'm going to choose the strongest and most dominant man, the guy who lets me come and go as I please. And it's obvious that you are not doing that, even though you think you are. After about 2 months, she wrote me a long email basically saying that her feelings for me were so intense that she was falling in love with me. I replied that I was happy to hear that, and then I felt exactly the same. The next day, she sent another email that this was totally insane and there's no way she was looking for a boyfriend or a serious relationship at this point in her life. She said she had fallen way too deeply, way too fast, and needed to surface for air and clear her head. In other words, you're coming on way too strong and making me feel like I need to commit to being your girlfriend, and I'm not ready for that. See, what I was just saying a few minutes ago, you're being exclusive and you're giving off the vibe that you want to be in a relationship, and she's just not in that place, and she kept telling you that. You got to love in such a way that the person you love feels free, and you're violating those principles. It's really hard when things are going well and you're getting your brains fucked out. You're like, I'm going to be different, Corey. I don't really need to read the book 10 to 15 times. I don't need to keep my options open. I'm the fucking man. I got this shit. I said I'd give her all the time and space she needed and was ready to walk away if that's what she wanted. James Bond would never fucking say something like that. Well, you would say, baby, let's just keep hanging out and having fun and see where it goes. I know you're dating other guys, but don't worry about it. I'm cool. I'm having a good time. Just don't worry about it. And by the way, when are you free to get together? I want to see you. That would have been the correct response. Not, hey, I'm Fonzie and I can walk away because I'm not that into you. Bottom line is, you're acting like she's your girlfriend, whether you realize it or not. There's things that you're doing, things that you're saying. It's in your body language. It's in your physiology. You can't help but communicate that she's your girl and you want to be exclusive with her. That's why she kept reminding you of, hey, I'm dating other people. Women are very intuitive and they are very emotionally connected, dude. They got a sixth sense and they can feel you out. You ain't hiding shit from them. Don't delude yourself and think you can, because they can see right through your bullshit. They can feel it. Even so, she continued to pursue, although I could sense a subtle pulling back on her part. The pulling back turned gradually and subtly into pushing away. This tells me you were continuing to pursue and pursue. Bad way to go. At this point, she should have been doing 100% of the calling, texting, and pursuing. There's no reason to continue doing 20 or 30% of the calling, texting, and pursuing when you've been dating somebody this long. The idea is, just like I teach in my book, the guy starts the courtship off, and then the woman, once she starts reaching out to you, you just use those as opportunities to set the next date and then get the fuck off the phone. He says, I was away on business for a week, and when I came back, she couldn't wait to see me. Took me out to dinner. We had an incredible all-night sexual marathon. See? Look at the impact that time and space away from you had on her. More evidence that you really should have been fucking chillaxing and doing nothing. Over breakfast the next morning, she reiterated that she was not looking for a full-time boyfriend, and even told me that she had another date the following evening. Full disclosure on her part. She sounds like a pretty cool together gal, but you're obviously, even at this point, you're like the horny fucking teenager that's trying to lose his virginity. She can feel your vibe, bro. You're not fooling anybody. You're not fooling me, and you ain't fooling her. I can read right between the lines. And you know what? So can she. So can most women. She said, here, look what she says. She said she was concerned that I was falling in love with her and even encouraged me to date as she was doing. She's helping you because she likes you. She's trying to prevent you from fucking it up. And that's what you're doing, is you're in danger of causing her to go, oh, slow your fucking roll, Jimmy. Things have now deteriorated to the point where we haven't had contact in a week. In other words, I continued to pursue, and she started ignoring me and becoming unavailable. I don't know if there's another dude in the picture. Come on, man. There's lots of other dudes in the picture. She's been telling you the whole time, and you're acting like, man, there's another guy. Dude, she's been telling you there's another guy. She probably fucked the other guy that very next night after your sexual marathon. But I wouldn't be surprised as she told me often that she loves cock. She's getting her fill of it, pun intended. I will not contact her. The ball is in her court. Now you're talking. I still believe she will contact me at some point when the dust settles, if not to get back together. Now look, to get back together. Dude, you're not together. You're hanging out, having fun, and hooking up. This is like your whole mindset. This is what you're focusing on. You don't even realize what you're saying. And if this is slipping out in your email to me, just imagine what things are slipping out when you're together and when you're talking. At least to provide closure rather than leave things hanging. In other words, I'm focused on where I stand with her constantly and consistently. That's why she's pushed you away. Because you are making her feel like she's losing her freedom. She doesn't feel like she can come and go in this relationship, if you will. She's not an evil or heartless woman, and what we had was pretty intense for both of us. At least I think it was. Ding ding, yeah, you think it was. Maybe she was gaming me all along. Does that really sound like something James Bond or somebody that knows my book backwards and forwards would say, and somebody that's so confident and sure of himself? Nope, nope, no. And being the exact same way with other guys at the same time. Before meeting her, I had discovered your work. I read your book, if not 10 to 15 times, at least 5. So that tells me more than likely probably 1 to 2 times you read it. You obviously haven't read it 10 to 15 times. Shame on you. Go flog yourself 10 to 15 times. Give yourself 15 lashes. Give me 50 fucking push-ups. It's like football practice. Give me a lap. The football coach used to say, give me 2 laps. Get on and give me 20. With frequent reference to the relevant sections and videos, I was diligent about letting her initiate 80 to 90% of the email, text, and phone calls. Dude, she should have been doing 100% of it. You never backed off because you really liked her. You thought, hey, I'll just force things along a little bit because it's so easy and we're fucking each other's brains out and things are so awesome. You should have let her just come to you at her own pace, but you were still trying to force things. You were trying to lock her down to a commitment and get her all to yourself because you were like, this is fucking awesome. This girl's so hot and things are so great. It's the way it's supposed to be. I never pursued... Come on, man. Seriously? This is what happens when you don't read the book 10 to 15 times. And you're bullshitting yourself. And tried to be alpha at all times. She often complimented me on my alpha maleness, although I did make efforts to be affectionate and romantic. Early in the relationship, there's that word again. And to you, you're in a relationship and she's your girlfriend. To her, you're just awesome fuck buddies and friends with benefits. You're in an open relationship with her. And that's cool. I told my best platonic female friend about this situation, and she basically told me that this was totally wrong and I should stay away from a woman in this situation as she's toxic. Not necessarily, dude, but like I was saying in the quote, you got to let her come to you, and you didn't do that. You've been constantly trying to force her into a relationship, even though you don't think you are. Cocky me, I said, no problem. Everything's cool. I got this. Exactly. Fuck Corey's book. I don't need to read that shit 10 to 15 times. 1 or 2 and I'm golden. She's fucking my brains out. What the hell do I need to read the damn book? It's 270 pages long. It's long, and I don't like to read. Choose very carefully the person who you're going to spend your life with, because 95% of your happiness or your misery is going to come from that one decision. Think about how much you're thinking about this. Think about how much this affects you when you're at work. Think about how much this affects you in your workout habits, in your diet, and it affects your friendships. Can you really have fun and enjoy your life when you haven't talked to a girl like this in a week and you know she's fucking other guys? This is why I say read it 10 to 15 times so you don't go through shit like this. So you allow her to lock you down to a commitment by bringing it up first. This guy's done a lot of things right, but what his fucking up has been so subtle. This is like, these are advanced kind of things. It's like you really got to have your shit together when you get involved with somebody like this. And this is why I say practice makes perfect. Repetition's the mother of skill. Even Aristotle said it thousands of years ago. Excellence is not a singular act, but a habit. You are what you do repeatedly. He said pride goeth before a fall and all that. Any thoughts? Feel free to use this as a topic in a video. I would be honored. Well, this is a good email. Thanks for sharing. So, like I said, at this point, do nothing because it's obvious you've turned her off. She's probably spending time with other guys who are not as needy, who are not as desperate, and who are not as forceful with interactions. From this point forward, dude, she needs to do 100% of the calling, texting, and pursuing. You should proceed as if it's over and you're never going to hear from her again. If she reaches out in the future, assume she wants to see you and make a date at your place. Invite her over to make dinner together. Hang out, have fun, and hook up. If she goes, well, let's meet out. Why don't you come pick me up? Just say, nah, it's been a long week and I'm just in the mood to hang at my place. If you don't want to come over, then give me a call in 2 to 3 weeks and maybe I'll be up for something more formal then. You got to take your power back, dude. And therefore, for the next 3 or 4 days, she needs to come to you and hang out, have fun, and hook up at your place. And if she does that consistently, then you can start taking her out. But like I said, 100% of the calling, texting, and pursuing, initiating needs to be done by her. You shouldn't be doing any of it. You should be doing 0% of that at this particular point. So if you'd like to get my help personally, the quickest way is to book a paid phone, Skype, or email coaching session. You can choose any of those options by going to my website, clicking the products tab at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions for booking whichever option works best for you. And I will talk to you soon.